Now,
time for Roula and Ryan's Dumb Question Amnesty.
Okay, you can ask us anything at 713-390-KRBE. That's 713-390-5723.
Dumb question amnesty every single month on the last day of the month, or the closer we can get to it, we do this. We open up our phone lines to your questions about us, KRBE, Houston in general. We have newbies moving here all the time. Even as native Houstonian, I am always confused. I do not know the grade of downtown, guys. I just don't know it.
It is
and
tough.
that's a shameful thing, but a lot of people don't. I don't know what
Kevin
McKinney
says
crosses
it is
with.
shameful.
It is. But
It
It's
is.
pretty easy.
But something else, I started following Secret Houston, and I have been opened up to all of these cool places downtown that I never knew about. And still, I can't find them, but I know they're there, and there's some cool spots there.
Yeah, but our grid, for some reason, when I lived in Chicago, after 2 weeks, I knew
Where everything
everything.
was
Yeah, when it's a grid,
Same.
it's easy.
confusing.
Eric, when I lived in Philadelphia, same. I figured it out because I feel like I had to. And also, I've never had to live downtown. When I lived in Philly, I was closer to downtown, but it was numbers on one side and nuts on the other side. You know this, Kevin.
Yeah.
Numbers and
Chestnut,
nuts.
Walnut. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nuts. Numbers and nuts. Okay, so 713-390-KRBE.
You know, we're all like,
Yeah, they thought the fart joke was funny.
Yeah, we'll go nuts.
We're starting with Ivy on the line at 713-390-KRBE. Hi, Ivy.
Hello, good morning.
good morning, Ivy. What's your
Morning.
question for Dumb Question Amnesty?
Okay, my dumb question is, when you guys have, like, the commercials on the radio, and it's very obviously, like, Olivia Rodrigo or Katy Perry being like, you're listening to KRBE, do they, like, record that themselves in the studio? Are you guys commissioning them? Is it a voice actor? How do you guys get them?
I always think that when I hear Ed Sheeran, I'm like,
Hi,
this
this is
is
Ed Sheeran, and I'm here
You know
live.
what?
I got
Actually,
up early this morning.
Hold on, guys. Ivy is making a great point now with AI, because AI can trick you into thinking that Ed Sheeran said that, right?
Yeah, no,
but
we
for
don't do
us,
that.
Ivy, like legit, as of 2023, on this date, July 31st, we have always had the artists, when we have them on the phone, via satellite, or in studio, we ask them, hey, can you go into this room and record a couple of these things? And it's like liner sheets. Like there's a sheet with one line. That's like his line is, hi, this is Ed Sheeran. You're listening to 104.1 KRBE. And he did that when he was visiting us, I think.
Yeah, so he's
other
really
people send it
recording.
to us.
And
Yeah, other
We're
people
not
send it
using
to us.
AI, I can tell you that.
Also, whenever I go out and cover either the Grammys or the American Music Awards, the Billboards, I get to interview about 30 people a day. And so if they're any of our artists, at the end of the interview, I take those last 30 seconds and say, hey, can you please record some liners? It says Special K is spinning live on KRBE, and then whatever else we have time for.
And the great thing is,
Watch out for number one.
wait, in sidebar, can I also note that as opposed to having a celebrity read something about something they never heard of, because that also is a weird thing, because if somebody was a celebrity, like, I don't want to read this, I don't know what this is. Everybody knows KRBE, Ivy. KRBE is the biggest radio station in Texas, but we were the top 3 station in the country. All those artists know KRBE because their record labels know KRBE. So it's not like they're just reading, like, I'm never going to see this station or know what this is. We're pretty
They don't
monstrous
care
in
about
the
Des
industry.
Moines, Iowa, or
Right.
something. They want New York,
LA, Houston, Chicago.
Because we're playing their records, so naturally that's like how they're thanking us. Is they give us that quick little drop, and it really prints, as we say.
It prints. So there's the answer. There you go, Ivy. That's how the artists say the things that they say for us. Thanks for asking.
Never thought about that.
Have a great day.
Yes,
All right,
time we built her a
713.
clock.
That's what we do.
Well, it's good to know the behind the scenes. It's kind of cool. 713-390-KRBE is our phone number. It is Dumb Question Amnesty. Let me see the choices here. Hold on. Why we couldn't say? We don't want to go to.
You do line
Gosh.
5, you can ask him. He is a question.
All right.
It's a girl or
Okay.
a guy.
Fire away.
It's a
Is
girl,
it
Dana.
Dana?
Oh, Dan.
Dana.
Dana?
Dana. Hi, Dana.
Hey, guys, good morning.
Good morning, Dana. So what's your question for DQA?
So right before Astros kicked off regular season, y'all were trying to talk about them, but you could not say the actual franchise name. Astros, Houston Astros. Y'all beat around the bush all day.
Oh, okay. I
Couldn't
can
say their
see
name.
this.
Why couldn't y'all say that?
Okay, so
It's the Astros.
if we have a pair of, or if we have a story about them in the news, yes, I can say Astros. But if it's a promotion where we're giving away tickets, we can't. We're not allowed
Because
to
we are
because
not
we're not
the
the official
official-
station for the Astros.
Yeah, you pay a lot of money, Dana, like tons and tons of money to have the right to say that you are an official sponsor of the Houston Astros.
It's just like people with Super Bowl and the big game,
or NFL, anything, NHL, anything.
Did you ever
NBA,
see that?
anything.
You see that a lot. Like, we're the official luggage of MLB.
Yeah.
They have,
Okay, here's a great
they do that
example,
for everything.
guys.
TVs.
Here's a great example. I do CertaPro Painters endorsements because I've had them work on my house. They're fantastic. And they are an official painting partner of the Houston Astros because if you go to the game, you'll see their banners and their signage all over Minute Maid Ballpark because they paid a pretty penny for that.
No one else can say that.
And they want everyone to know that. Yeah. So if
You
you're not an
couldn't say them
official
just because
partner.
we love the Astros, but you were giving away something, and you're
Right.
not an official. Gotcha.
Yeah, we can do a
Yeah,
story
I
and
could
say,
not.
hey, Lance McCullers, he's got this new coffee shop right at Minute Maid Park
Maven.
for the Astros, but we can't say, hey, we've got those tickets to give away.
Win your World Series tickets. Hate to say that giant game that's
big
happening
game.
in this,
Yes,
in this
exactly.
box
That
of
was
juice.
crazy.
Yeah, it's all about
Box
paid
of
for.
juice.
Everything's about money.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Got
Okay,
it.
thanks
All
for
right.
asking.
Y'all have a great day.
Thanks.
Bye.
Love
Okay,
y'all.
take care. Bye-bye. Thank you so much. Ashley's up next for Dumb Question Amnesty, 713-390-KRBE. That's 5723. What is your question, Ashley? Good morning. Hello.
Ashley. Well,
Maybe
I guess
not.
Ashley's gone.
Ahmad
mine's
is
coming
coming
on the
in
window
here
because you
to
said
tell
something.
us that we have to take. Oh,
she's on
Ashley's
8.
on 8. Okay.
That's why.
Her call dropped. Hey, Ashley.
Okay.
Welcome to the Roula and Ride Show.
There
Can
she
y'all
is.
hear me?
Now
yes,
we
we
hear
can.
you.
Yes,
We can hear you
now
now,
we
Ashley.
gotcha.
What's your question?
Okay, so my question is, have you ever had a missed lyric? Like, you thought one song said one thing, and then whenever you actually go back and read the lyrics, you were like, was I saying this song this whole entire time?
All the time.
Yeah, every song I hear.
All the time. I mean, so
God,
much so that we
But I
thought.
can't think of an example right now.
Come on.
Y'all have
Don't you remember that Selena Gomez? We actually did a parody song. It sounded like she said she's farting carrots.
Yeah, that
no,
was
for
the famous-
14 carats. What was the name of that song, guys? She starts out with 14 carats.
We even had a song parody.
Yeah, we did a
14
parody
carats.
because we thought it sounded
And
like
Is that over there?
yeah, Gabrielle was
farting
our intern at the
farting
time.
carrots.
And she said farting carrots. It sounded exactly the same.
Yeah, all the time we mishear lyrics. All
But I
the
can't
time.
think of one right now.
Like the Jennifer Lopez song and that J. Roll. Everybody thought she was saying, "Are you ready?" But the lyrics actually were Jule.
Really?
For which
Yeah, no,
which
it's
J-Lo
not
song? No, which
It
J-Lo
was
song?
a J-Lo. It was that J-Lo and Ja Rule.
I'm
at
Real?
the beginning of the
Oh,
song,
yeah.
everybody was all like,
Unreal.
Yeah.
yeah, it's like what's your mother, name?
whoa.
And then I
Oh,
was like, no, I didn't say it.
I know. No, you
Everybody-
did.
Came close.
She was like, what's your mother, name? And she was like, Rule. But everybody thought she was saying, are you ready?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
People always
right.
mishear
What was that
lyrics.
waterfall song we used to?
Don't go
Oh,
Jason.
Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls is not Jason Waterfalls.
Waterfalls.
Yeah, people always thought
We
Jason.
didn't think that, but a lot of people did think that.
The listeners told
They-
us once, and we're like, "What? I don't even."
And
see
the
it.
Pussycat Dolls want to have boobies. Remember
Oh,
that?
yeah. I want to have groupies or I want to have
Yeah,
boobies.
we have
Correct. Correct. That's a great question. Thank you so much for calling, Ashley. Have a great day. We're doing
Thank you so
dumb
much.
questions.
Have a great day.
You too.
You're
You
welcome,
too.
sweetie.
It happens to us. Everybody mishears
That's funny.
lyrics.
Somebody even texted that about Jason Waterfall.
Jason
Jason
Waterfall.
Waterfalls.
I just looked.
Don't go
Funny.
chasing waterfalls.
Jason.
I don't know
Regina's up
Jason.
next, guys. Regina's up next at 713-390-KRBE. Hi, Regina. Good morning.
Oh, good morning, you guys. I have listened to you the entire time you've been on the radio, and I love every one of you. I talk to my husband every morning about your show.
Why, thank you.
That's awesome.
Hey,
That's not a dumb question.
Dinner conversation.
That's a great comment.
Yes. So it's for Roula.
Okay.
Roula, are you able to disclose the outcome of what happened with your home builder and kind of ultimately how you had to leave your house and everything? What was the final outcome?
Final outcome is I moved and we got a new house and we took care of all of that and closed the book on that. Unfortunately, my dream house, but somebody else is living in my dream house, Barbie dream house with my radio studio. and
Odd.
and that was it. So we've moved on and tried to close that chapter, and my kids are healthy again, and that's just where we are now. And it was a tough go, but maybe I could do like a behind the scenes thing about that. The thing I always tell people is if you're going to build a house, just hire your own inspector. Nobody ever told me to do that. It's not a normal thing. People don't want to spend an extra $1,500, but if you're going to spend $800,000, $400,000, $200,000, or $2 million, you need to just do the extra work, get a guy to babysit everything and see what they can catch, because a lot of that stuff maybe could have been caught if I had known that.
Would you recommend, Roula? Because I have a friend.
It's just sad, though, that you're paying somebody to build your house.
Yeah.
You think you don't need a babysitter because they should do the right thing because you hopefully...
Right, Eric, but here's the crazy thing behind the scenes. People who work in the actual build of the house that knew I was having an issue with mine said to me, and I quote, "Oh my God, the things that I've seen while the house is being built, they just beat the crap out of this thing until it looks like it's fixed and they just cover it with sheetrock."
How do you recommend? Okay, so I had a friend that purchased a house, beautiful house, and passed the inspection, and then literally time to move in, the whole place was loaded with mold. And they said that the building inspectors, they don't check for mold.
Yeah, because you have to get that extra test.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also in Texas, you have to have an extra mold policy for your insurance company to cover it. Because unless you left the bathtub on and went to Galveston for the weekend and your house flooded, most insurance companies don't cover mold, but that's a whole other thing. But overall, we're doing well. Regina, thanks for asking. I thought you were going to ask me about how my broadcasting from home with my crazy ankle and my 3-month process of recovery. But I'm at home, and I hope that you didn't know that because we're trying to make technology work for us. So,
ask your son how he likes the new house.
Matthew Jimmy is here with me because he's my babysitter today. My husband went to work until my mom comes to make sure I don't need any help.
Get a little bell to ring. Yeah.
MJ, we're doing a dumb question amnesty. What's your question?
How does he like the house?
Why can't I use your iPad?
Why can't I use your iPad?
That's why he's over there.
That's why he's in there with you. Like, are you done? Are you done?
How do you like the new house, buddy?
Amazing.
Amazing.
I'm so glad.
Sweet.
Love to hear that.
No, they're so happy to be in a house again.
Crap
It's
for
so
2
nice. I know. It was almost 3 years of this crazy chaos, and here we are. Thanks so much, guys, for calling for Dumb Question Amnesty. Y'all can also go to the listener line if there's a question you just can't wait 30 days for.
Oh, we're checking the
next
listener
one's
line
in 30
next.
days.
Yeah, the listener line next is a true panic button. This is brutal.
Okay, let's find out what it's all about.
We got in the middle of the night, so this person really is sweating. They're from Lufkin.
Yeah, and they need help.
Okay.
They're from Houston. They moved to Lufkin. They still listen to us on the podcast.
Okay, well, let's help them out next on the Roula and Ryan Show.
You've got a problem.
Please don't panic.
Hit Roula and Ryan's panic button.
Please give me the answer.
On KRBE.
All right, the listener line number is 713-278-VENT. And we can tell, even if they don't say panic button, we can tell when it's really a dire situation.
Especially if it comes in the middle of the night.
And they're asking for help?
I want to hear it. Let's go.
Yeah, okay, here we go.
Hey, Roula and Ryan. I have a major panic button. I listen to your podcast every day because I'm in the Lufkin area, so I'm no longer in Houston. And I desperately need your help. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I've been married for 5 years. I have a 19-month-old and a 3-month-old. On Thursday, I caught my husband cheating online, and he just left us the next day. He's in New York. He doesn't plan on coming back. He left me with no money, no job, 2 kids, and no insurance. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go because I know I need a lawyer, but I don't have money to pay for a lawyer. So, do y'all know anyone who does pro bono work? I don't know how this works. Please, if anyone has any advice, let me know.
I can tell you, first off,
oh my
he's a crook
gosh.
because you're not allowed to do that in the state of Texas. You cannot just take everything and leave. That is not cool.
Can we address how she was holding back tears in that? Like the shock in her voice.
I'm going to have a mod try and call her real quick. We
got to help this woman.
See if we can get her on. But
she said she had a 19-month-old and a
3-month-old.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
No money, no insurance.
Oh, my
Took
God,
everything.
This man. That is the most heinous thing you can do as a man to be such a coward, because what I'm going to just assume about his situation, he's like, You know what? This whole father thing is for the birds. These babies don't stop crying. Everything is crazy in here.
He's a piece
I don't
of
have
crap.
any me time. I need to get out of here and find something. Now, my wife is too busy and exhausted for me. I'm checking out. You are the most low-level coward there could ever be when you check out and leave your wife behind with
Was he going to
babies.
leave? I wonder. I hope we can get her on here.
Yeah.
Well, she said he moved. He's in New York, and he said he's not coming back.
That's
and he's
because she caught
with
him.
somebody else.
Yes. Now, under Texas law, you cannot do what he just did. So she does need a lawyer. There's no question about it. I don't know if lawyers are going to do pro bono work, but
Maybe.
Rula,
You
I
never
had
know.
something like this happen to a friend of mine.
They don't have
where-
any money?
Like he cleaned out the accounts. He took everything.
Did he clean out their accounts?
Well, that's what I
She
want to know
didn't
from
say that.
her.
That's what I want to know.
Yeah, because if she's not making money
she's like-
as
she's-
an income,
We
is she
got her
the
on the
phone?
line.
I don't know her name. I don't want to give out her name.
We don't want to give out her
Okay,
name.
we're just
Line
gonna call
4.
her. We're just gonna call her
Let's call her
the
Janet.
next name. Yeah, Janet. Okay, Janet. Hi, welcome to the show. We are so sorry about your situation, but we're thankful you're sharing it with us to help you. How are you doing?
Well, one, I cannot believe y'all. Actually, I'm on the line with y'all.
Yes.
I'm honestly in complete shock still. I'm trying to just find a job right away. So because he just like I said, I have a small part-time job as a tutor. I only get paid like $40 an hour, $40 a week, because I'm a stay-at-home mom. And he just left.
Well, he's not allowed to
he
do that.
said-
We got to get you a lawyer immediately. You're
Wait, hold
not
on,
allowed
hold on.
to
Let's
do
get
that.
more. Hold on, Ryan. Whether he's not allowed or not, he did it. Let's
get
find
some
out a little bit
details.
more here. Let's find out more here. So what? Was he traveling or something and he was in New York and he said he's not coming back because you busted him? Or did he actually leave to say, I'm going on a trip and that's really what the disguise was and he's never coming back? What do you mean when you say he's never coming back?
So being here, like we were together, and then I caught him, and the next day, I was like, maybe you should just go back to New York. 'Cause that's where his parents are, or his mom is.
Uh-huh.
And he didn't fight for us. He didn't say no, I want to stay, work it out, or anything. He just left, and
he took all the money.
He separated the bank accounts. I noticed because he is on he's still on my Find My, iPhone thing.
Mm-hmm.
He went to a bank. He opened up a new bank account. He got a second phone. He's just starting his life up there. And
Not
I
legal
finally
in-
got him.
Yeah, not legal.
So what happens now?
Both of him.
How does he think that you are going to buy diapers or wipes or formula or food for your children and yourself if did he empty every single thing out of the account like there's $0 for you to access?
No, so he has his own bank account that I'm I just have his login information,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not actually on the account. And then, that's it.
Do you have a credit
I
He
had my
makes the income.
Do you
He
have credit
makes the
cards or
income.
anything? Do you have anything like?
Yeah, we have one shared credit card.
What about his parents? Are you friendly with his parents? Because I would not want my grandbabies being homeless.
Left alone.
or
No.
without money.
That's the thing. His dad did the exact same thing that he's doing to me right now.
No.
Literal exact same thing. His dad abandoned him when he was 2 years old.
Oh, my God.
Holy smokes. Okay, so does he know his actual dad then? Or is it a stepdad and his mom that he went to that live up in New York?
No, he just his mom is single.
Okay.
Okay, so as the mother, though, as the grandma, how would the grandma, have you talked to your mother-in-law and been like, he loves me and I need money and what are we doing? Has there been any communication between you and your mother-in-law?
No, I told her the night that it actually happened because, again, I was like, his dad did the same exact thing. His dad cheated on his mom. And so I called her. I was like, I don't know what's going to happen with us. And then that's all she ever said to me was just don't cry in front of the kids.
Yeah. Well,
That's
the
the only
first
thing
thing.
she ever
Okay.
said.
You, lady.
The first thing, if you get any kind of a lawyer right off the bat, they'll get what's called a TRO, temporary restraining order. What he did is not legal. You cannot take and separate your money right now. You guys are married. He's not allowed to do that. So that will restore the finances. You really have got to get a lawyer immediately.
But how long does that take, Ryan?
Oh, it's fast.
And I don't have money for a lawyer.
I'm going to, off the air, I'm going to give you some resources that we've received over text message. And if our listeners want to share something additionally, 37530, you can just text us that information and I will share it with her once we go back on hold.
Janet, how does he make money? If did I miss that part? How does he make money if he's leaving you? Like he works from
He convinced his job to let him go remote.
Oh.
So when did this happen? Like this, I feel like this. You said it happened a couple weeks ago, and you just started calling us. Did it happen this weekend? When did it happen? Because all this stuff that's happening seems like it's been in the works.
So, like, the initial, like, him cheating online with other girls and stuff happened, as terrible as this is, like 5 days before I gave birth to my son.
Oh, Lord.
And then I just caught him, and now my son's 3 months old. So 3 months later, I just caught him.
So looking back at this, in hindsight, if this happens to someone else who's listening, maybe doing what Ryan said first.
You have to get a lawyer. That's the first thing you do.
Doing that first before you reveal to him that you know, right? So that you have your ducks in line first, and then tell him, I know, here's what I've done.
Yeah.
Well, I can imagine, though, when Janet found this out, guys, being right about to give birth and then postpartum, I think she had some other things.
Oh, obviously. Nobody's faulting you.
In her way.
Can I ask you, do you have any kind of a Venmo or a Zelle or anything like that?
Yeah, I have a Venmo.
Okay, we got to be careful with Venmos, though, Ryan. We can't be giving out Venmos because last time we did that, it was the wrong person. And then the person actually sent the money back, thank God.
No, I'll tell you what.
But
give me your Venmo off the air. I'll send you $500 right now, so you can go ahead and hire a lawyer. This pisses me off to no end when guys pull this crap. He's not allowed to do that, not at all. So we'll take you off the air, and I'll Venmo you some money right now. You got to get a lawyer immediately.
Yeah, thank you so much.
It's okay. There are people that will help you.
We're here to help, and we're here to get you some information because it's not fair for you to have been put in this situation. I'm going to go over in the next room and get a little bit more of this info, and then I'll pick you up over there.
Okay.
Get
her Venmo for me.
And Janet, we have a lot of people texting us that you are not the first person this has ever happened to. People are giving us, Kevin will help you. When he picks up the phone on the other line, that's Kevin, Special K from our show. He will give you some of the advice people are telling us via text, and he'll give you some of the numbers of people who are going to help you. One quick question. Where is your family? Your mom, your dad, do you have siblings? Where's your family? Can they help you at all? Like you can go with them for a little bit or no?
Yeah. They, the day he left, they ended up picking me up and my boys, and they're letting us stay here.
Good. Okay. At least you have somebody to support you right now, mentally, physically, with the house and all the things. I'm so sorry this is happening to you. I am so glad you reached out to us, and I hope we can get you through this. God bless you, Janet. Thank you so much for trusting us.
Thank you so much. Y'all are such a blessing.
No, just don't stay on the line, okay? We're going to get some information from you, and we're going to help you, okay?
Because we have to help some more people out.
More people
this story
here
was
in Houston.
Out last week.
Yes, this was all over the news. His name is Michael. He got bit by a tick, and he is having major surgery. And so we have his family here because they are here in Houston. This has been all over the news and what's going on and how we can help this Houston family as well. So we have...
Sam, you're talking about Michael who, it's not just a tick bite. This thing went way overboard. He has an amputation now, right?
Yes.
This is what we saw on social media.
Yes.
I think he lost his leg, or I guess his family would tell us the details.
His family's going to give us all the details. And exactly, there's a GoFundMe, so we're going to go and talk to them as well.
Houston Heroes Unite. We need you guys to help.
Let's rally.
We need
I
more
know
help.
you already started, guys. We're going to keep it going next on the Roula and Ryan Show.
It's KRBE. Let's go. Back to Roula and Ryan.
All right, we're all about Houston heroes. That means the people that listen to this show, you guys are the heroes. You always step up to the plate. You always help out people when they're really in need of help.
And we know to come to you when it's time to come to you. And, a lot of people reach out to us for various things, or we hear about local Houston stories we want to put spotlights on. You may have seen this across your social media timeline about the man who, when I saw the story, it was that he was bitten by a tick. And this went way where you didn't think it was going to go. His family thought he had the flu. Then before they knew it, he was in septic shock. He went to the ICU. His family is here to tell us more about it because ultimately it's ended up in amputation. How does this happen? What is the story? And how you can help the family, because Michael is not the kind of guy that had the corporate job with the 401k and what. He's the guy that if you've ever been to a music festival in Houston, an art festival, he was the first one to put it up, last one to tear it down, always very helpful, has a big history with doing community events. Let's hear from his family who's in the studio. Welcome Greg, Michael's brother, and his wife Mavi. Good morning, guys. Thank you for being here.
Hi,
Good morning. Good morning.
It can't be easy, but thank you for getting up early. Of course. So we could help you guys out, hopefully.
At what point did you know, like, take us through this, like how
tell us
did you
what
get the phone
happened.
call?
Well, my brother had gone to actually visit my mother. She had Achilles surgery, and he was going to go help her out for a couple weeks. But he kind of came in not feeling so hot. But as the days progressed, we just thought, hey, COVID, flu, he had those kinds of symptoms. And one Monday night, I get a call that they were taking him to the ER because he started not feeling so well in his feet, and they were having struggling to get him out of bed. And then by Tuesday morning, I'm getting a call to get my butt to San Antonio to maybe.
Did he know he'd been bitten right off the bat?
No, actually, he had all the symptoms except for the swelling at the bite mark and the rash. So,
Greg, was it a tick or was it something else?
It was a flea. Yeah.
A flea bite. And we're talking about a healthy guy here. Your brother's, 35 years old. He looks pretty fit, like in health. He's a slender guy, real active. So, yeah, I can see how you thought, oh, this flu is really taking him down. Or how did the hospital figure out it was the flea bite if he didn't even know he'd been bitten?
Well,
did he know?
Not immediately. They took him in, and he went into septic shock and had multi-organ failure. So at that point, they were kind of just trying to keep him alive. And then they did some blood panels, and as some came in, some came out, it just took about a week to determine that he had a flea-borne typhus strand. And
oh my gosh,
yeah.
It takes about 8 days for the results to come back.
For that particular
his doctor pushed a little bit to get them a little earlier, but like a day or two earlier. And they determined that it was going to be typhus what caused all of this.
Typhus.
Oh, my gosh.
So
this is not something, Greg, that somebody listening can say, wow, I better stay away from that. I mean, we are living in Houston. We've got mosquitoes.
It can happen to anybody.
Fleas. This can happen to anybody. Did the doctor say that this is a normal thing that happens if a flea bites you?
No, it has to be an infected flea. But I mean, most people don't have this level of
reaction.
Usually.
And how long did it take for the flu feelings to onset after the bite?
So the doctor mentioned to us that one of the hard things about this is the incubation period. It usually is about 14 to 7 to 3 days. So it's really hard to pinpoint exactly where you got bit, when you got bit.
Good grief.
We just know that he's an outdoor guy, and anytime, it doesn't matter if you have pets or not. This is not related to pets. I mean, it could be if you don't treat your pets and stuff like that. But really, you can just get bit by a flea by going outside.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What is he feeling like right now? Is he just,
He is taking each day as it comes. Yeah. He's actually amazed me about how strong he's been through it. I mean, he's had his moments of weakness, but then he's also cutting jokes and stuff.
Greg, tell us what ultimately happened, because we haven't gotten to that part for our audience to hear. We know that your brother went to the ICU. He was in septic shock, organ failure. The doctors were just trying to keep him alive. Then by a miracle of all your prayers, I saw on your GoFundMe that you guys all got around him like, this is it. We're saying our goodbyes. And then what? He had a turnaround where he actually came back to you. And now he's living how? How's he living? He had some amputations?
Yes, he's had both of his arms amputated to, I guess, high-level forearm, between his forearm and
right below the
bend,
elbow.
Yeah, right below the elbow, a couple inches. And they've had to amputate his toes, and I'd say a good couple inches from his feet. But they're hoping that it's enough that he can still end up walking with like insoles and stuff and shoes.
Okay, but still, he's lost both his forearms and his hands. Okay, so, and from the point where, at what point did they say, we have to do this? Like, I mean, how far into this illness did they say?
It gets to the level of amputation.
Well, it was getting a little bit obvious when we were around him because we will see his hands were not covered and his feet were covered with like kind of like a cushion thing, like a boot. But we were looking at his hands and they started to look black.
Like necrotic.
Wow. So at some point we knew that he was going to lose his hands. He didn't know that because when he woke up from the, all the things and all the sedation he was under, he saw them and he thought they were just,
dried out.
Dry.
Yeah, okay. We didn't know the level though. I mean, we could see that his hands were getting purple then black, and we were even up to the point we transported him to hospitals. We thought it might have just been most of his digits, if not.
Is he back in Houston hospitals then, or did they take him somewhere?
We had to AMA discharge him to another hospital in San Antonio because they had a level 1 trauma hand surgeon. Because at that point, the doctors thought they could
still trying to save
part of his hands.
Can I reset real quick, Greg? For those just tuning in, a lot of people are like, wait, what's happening? What are y'all talking about? Because we get a new audience every 20 seconds. We are speaking to Greg and Mavi. Greg is the brother and Mavi is the wife of Michael that you may have seen on your social media timeline.
No, Mavi is the wife of Greg.
Greg.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought Mavi was Michael's wife. Thank you.
That's okay. I wrote it wrong. So sorry.
Okay, it's okay. Greg and Mavi are in studio to talk about Michael, who got bitten by a flea and had no idea that's what it was that caused these flu-like symptoms that then turned so escalated. He went to the ICU in the hospital, near death level, right? From what I understand, what you wrote on your GoFundMe, you guys thought you're losing Michael. This is it. This is the most fluke thing that happened to a healthy 35-year-old guy. He comes back and the medications and all the things are bringing him back. But unfortunately, he had to sacrifice his hands, and you said up to his forearm, right? To a high forearm,
right below
on
the
both
elbow.
sides.
Right below the elbow.
Okay, and part of his feet. And this is just now the rehabilitation phase that you're in now, right? Trying to get him out. Is he in a rehab facility, or is he still in the hospital?
No, we still are trying to save his feet actively.
Oh wow!
This battle's not over.
Yeah, so he's getting wound vax right now. He's had skin graft. We're just trying to see how his healing goes with all that.
And every day he's in this hospital. Those
bills are stacked.
Bills are climbing. Yeah.
Let's get this out here right now. Like, what is the GoFundMe where people can go and make a contribution?
It's Miracles for Michael. It's a GoFundMe page. You can see his picture on there. His
It's not
name
Mike, it's Michael.
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 Yeah.
GoFundMe.com/More Miracles for Michael. MICHAEL. More Miracles for Michael is how it's listed here on the link if you click it. And you can see the picture and you can read the story from his mom that wrote exactly what happened to him. And again, for those just tuning in, as Mavi said, this is not a pet related thing. Anybody can get bitten by a flea anywhere in Houston at any time. It was an infected flea. It's a fluke situation. I feel like, is it safe to say it's a fluke situation that it escalated to this, guys?
This is something like 1 in a million type thing?
Yeah, this doesn't, I mean, the doctor did tell us people do get bit by fleas and can't contract typhus, and usually they either bounce back or maybe lose a foot or something, but not to this extent.
He had a severe reaction.
Yeah, he had a severe, and it's between the typhus's inflammatory nature on his vessels and extremities, plus the vasopressors, as you guys can read in the.
Yeah, the vasopressors. For those who know, the vasopressors are the things that keep your core. If I know just from personal experience, your core, they have to try and save you, right? Because he was septic, and unfortunately, it pulls from your limbs to keep your core and all your organs going, and that's probably part of the reason why that happens. I'm not a doctor, but I'm just saying I have personal experience by the things with vasopressors. I know that's one of the things they tell you.
Greg, what would you like people to know about Michael? Like.
Oh, he's just the most fun-loving, generous guy ever. I mean, when you hit his friend radar, he will go to the earth and back, or the moon and back for you. So he's just that energetic guy, that guy that cracks jokes. I mean, even as he is in the hospital, he's cracking jokes sometimes. And, just the nurses even say, normally they would, and going into a room like his, they would be just a sense of dread and just a mood change. But they go into his room and it's not. He tries to bring everybody up around him, which
he's being positive and being
he is.
It's the other way around.
And he's keeping trying to be strong for us, and we're trying to be strong for him, and it's kind of jointly trying to carry each other through this situation. So
despite all
we're
the
so
pain
glad you have each other.
Yeah,
Mama, Mavi and Greg, we're so glad y'all have you. He has you, and he's got family support, and that. you guys are carrying him through this, and that you're here on our show today to tell everyone about this. Maybe they can learn
What were you going to
something.
say?
Oh, I was going to say that the doctors and some articles I was reading, there's only like 300 species of fleas, and only 2 can give typhus.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So there's
Very rare.
300 species of fleas in Houston, and only 2 can give typhus. So that's how rare it is.
Gosh.
Well, if you have, obviously, we want to keep telling people to go to your GoFundMe, but if you have stuff down the line to raise more money, please keep us,
Yeah, if you have any events
Keep
or
us
anything.
posted.
Yeah, they
Sam
do.
was talking with you, and I know I want to keep it going.
Sorry, he is big into the burner community, and they are putting something together.
Explain the burner community for people.
Well, it's a community I'm not familiar with, but he is. But the thing he likes to do with it is the art stuff. You know, like you guys were mentioning earlier. You know, building stuff up, tearing stuff down.
The art festivals and music festivals.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but I mean, it's just they've had
like Burning Man.
Burning Man, yes.
Yes, okay.
Yeah,
Got it,
they have outcrops, I guess. But the people that have come out of the woodwork for it to support him through that too.
They're doing
amazing.
a fundraiser for him to help him out too.
Okay.
Keep us posted. Let us know.
Yeah,
stuff
please.
We'll make sure the info gets out there.
Oh, thank
Again,
you.
it's GoFundMe.com/more miracles for Michael. You can get his full story there. You can see pictures. Greg and Mavi, thank you so much for coming in studio to talk about your brother, Greg, and God bless him and God bless you guys. And again, like Eric said, keep us in touch. Keep in touch with us and we'll get the word out.
I appreciate y'all very much.
And it's crazy that you learned English from listening to this show.
Oh, yeah.
Are you kidding me?
I was telling Sam that I'm from Venezuela. I've been here for like 8-7 years. And I listen to the Roula and Ryan show almost every day. And it helped me a lot to learn my English. As you can see, I know I have a little accent here and there, but
you speak amazing. And considering how badly we butcher the English language, you're really smart.
Bravo.
You say kitten? No.
What great news. Okay, well, thank you for being part of our family. We'll be
be
right
there for
back
you
on the
guys.
Roula and Ryan show.